Hello and welcome to Cavs Daily, your one-stop shop for everything Cavs related, the good, the bad, the ugly. We will discuss it here. I'm your host, Paul Williams, the authority of Cavalier basketball, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in today. Before we get into our topics that I promise you're going to want to hear about, if you could like, subscribe, comment how you feel about this video, or if you have different opinions, I would really appreciate hearing from you. And with that, let's get into the first topic of the day, which is wishing our Spider, Donovan Mitchell, a happy birthday as he celebrated number 29 over the weekend. Just want to take a little time to talk about who is the man behind the number 45 for the Cleveland Cavaliers and what he has meant to the Cavs since coming over in a trade a couple years ago, actually. And it's weird doing this video kind of celebrating Donovan as it is his birthday. It's also just a couple days after the anniversary of us trading for Donovan Mitchell just 2 short years ago. It seems like forever now, but he's only been a Cav 3 seasons, so it hasn't been quite as long as it may seem. But yeah, he's here now. He's entrenched. And I said 2 years ago, I meant three. Sorry about that. But another thing that goes along with the number 45, which is Donovan Mitchell's number, we're also 45 days away from the NBA tip-off. The Cavs will be going to Madison Square Garden in just 45 days from now, and we'll be counting down each day until then. Hope you count it down here with us, because we'll be talking about it until the ball goes in the air that night. Now, anyway, back to Donovan Mitchell, who is an 8-year NBA vet. He played his first 5 years with the Utah Jazz before coming over to Cleveland for the last 3 years of his career. I think the change from Utah to Cleveland had been huge since day one for Donovan Mitchell. He clearly had always been more comfortable here, just as the environment and the city he's living in seems to fit who he is a bit more. He's been very happy playing with the players he's been playing with and the franchise he's been playing for. And he backed those sentiments up by re-signing with us last season. Donovan Mitchell is a 6-year All-Star who started 2 of those All-Star games, again, both with the Cavs, so he's been an All-Star starter 2 of his 3 seasons here, and he's made the All-Star team all 3 seasons here. In the All-Star game in 23, Donovan went crazy for 40 points and 10 assists. Would have been the MVP, but Tatum scored even more than that. But either way, Donovan went off and showed out for the Cavs, as he often does. Since Donovan's been in Cleveland, he's really raised his game. He was already an all-star and a great player in Utah, but he's became a superstar in Cleveland. It started his first year as he took more of a scoring role, and he averaged 28 points, a career high for him, to go along with 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal. The next year, he dropped a little in points, averaging just under 27, but he upped his rebounds and assists to 6 and 5 respectively. And then last year, he averaged just below 25 points per game with 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and almost 2 steals. And that was in playing 6 less minutes a game. So Donovan Mitchell has also shown to be very unselfish and very team first. And it's just hard to find a superstar like that. Like, when you get into that realm, you start dealing with a lot of guys who can sometimes be tough personalities to make fit with your team and with your organization. But there's never been any type of issue like that with Donovan Mitchell. I think he's just the easiest superstar to cheer for, to have on your team, and to build around. I love everything he brings to the city. He's very involved with the youth in the city, both here and where he's from. And he just has all around been a very stand-up guy. He's also getting engaged this year, so shout out, or he also got engaged this year. So shout out to Donovan for that as well. And yeah, happy number 29, Donovan Mitchell. Now, with that, I also, before we change subjects, wanted to talk about where Donovan stands in the hierarchy of the elite players in the NBA. And I've really been banging my head against the wall going through some of the comps. And outside of SGA, Giannis, Jokic, Luca, I guess. I'm putting Donovan right there with anyone else you name in the NBA right now. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I have Donovan fighting for that fifth spot. He was all NBA first team this year, which means he was a top five player. 2 years ago for the Cavs, he was all NBA second team. So yeah, Donovan has been everything the Cleveland Cavaliers could have asked for and more when we took a huge risk in trading for him a couple years ago, giving up a ton of assets. Anytime you do that, you take on a huge risk. And we did that with Donovan Mitchell. And luckily for the Cavs, it really, really paid off. And we're still reaping the benefits. And hopefully, one of these rings, maybe I won't get one, but there will be rings going around for the team soon, and Donovan Mitchell will have a huge hand in that as well. Now, if the Cavs are going to do what many think they can and some predict them to do, they're going to need some help. It can't just be Donovan Mitchell. It can't just be Evan Mobley. And I know the easy answer is Darius Garland, maybe Jared Allen, but to me, there's some other names that might actually be the most important Cavaliers to the 25 and 26 version. And I don't know. I know the stars are who wins the games, but the other guys are the ones who seem to make the difference when it comes down to certain times in the playoffs or in big games in the regular season. And those guys can be the Alex Caruso types, or if you're going back, even the Derek Fisher types, Robert Ory. There's sometimes just winning type players that may not be a star, but they definitely can make a huge difference in winning or losing the big one. So outside of the big two for the Cavs, I really am counting big time on the new additions to kind of be the difference in what we did last year and what I think we can do this year. I know that's putting a lot on two guys who have one has had major injury issues in Lonzo Ball, and the other one, Larry Nance Jr., is getting older, and he's had some injury issues himself. But I just think the dynamic that those two can bring to this team is exactly what can set us apart and take us to that next level. I think having a long, defensive-minded point guard that can play the two, that can, maybe better than Darius Garland can run an offense, probably better than most guys in the league. Having that with the mix of guys we already have on the roster, and then you add in a Larry Nance who can play the 4 or 5 in a crunch. He could be the small forward if absolutely necessary. I think that's also going to come in handy big time if there's times where the Jared Allen, Evan Mobley combo just isn't working for whatever reason. We can still stay pretty big with Larry Nance instead of going super small. Larry Nance sometimes could run the center if needed, and we can go small without Evan or Jared on the court if it was absolutely necessary for a small amount of time. Don't get me wrong, 98% of the time, either Jared Allen or Evan Mobley will be on the court. But I think the diversity that Nance brings can be huge for the Cavs and huge for the big men and how they can play. I think Jared Allen playing with Larry Nance, I think Nance will help Allen's game, and I think they can play well off each other. And then same goes for Evan Mobley and Larry Nance. When they're in the game together, you'll have a shooter at every single position, so the defense can never truly sell out and just clog the paint and try to keep Donovan or Darius out of penetration, because Larry Nance is a capable shooter and so is Evan Mobley. So I just think those two guys, Larry Nance and Lonzo Ball, can really be the difference in the Cavs having a great season and falling short, or having a great season and finishing it off with a title. I think those two will be the keys outside of the big four, the core guys. Look for Lonzo Ball and Larry Nance to really change the ceiling of what this team can do. And another guy that could definitely change the ceiling of what any team could do is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And as I'm sure you've all heard, there's been trade rumors around Giannis for years now, and it's really reached a climax ever since the Damian Lillard situation, him getting cut a couple months ago. From all indications, that wasn't something Giannis was very happy about, and he's already seemed to have some issues with the Bucks and how they've been running things for the past couple of years. So, I mean, at any time it can happen. It does happen in the NBA all the time. It can come out that Giannis has requested a trade, and then it's only a matter of time until it happens. If that is the case, if you're the Cavs, do you go all in for Giannis, or does it only come into your mind if maybe we're getting off to a bad start or underachieving? What would make you go after Giannis? Do you go after him no matter what? And if you do, how far all in are you willing to go for him? Are you willing to give up three-fourths of the core? Are you willing to throw Evan Mobley into a deal? Are you willing to throw Donovan into a deal? Me personally, whether the Cavs are 30-0 or 15-15, if I could get Giannis Antetokounmpo without giving up Donovan Mitchell or Evan Mobley, I'm making the deal. I know it might not be the best thing to break up a core that's been playing great together for a long time, but if you have a chance to add Giannis into the mix with Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, I really don't think it matters who's around you. That team is bound to win numerous championships. And I mean, I feel like at least theoretically something like that could get done. I mean, you make a package around Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Sam Merrill, a couple picks, something like that. It's not anything to scoff at. The Bucks may seriously consider a deal like that. And if they do, the Cavs could all of a sudden end up with arguably the best player in the league to go along with two other top 10, 15 at worst players in the league. And that could be a scary sight. So, me personally, I'd go all in for Giannis. There's not many guys I'd say that about right now with where the Cavs are at. I'm not breaking up my team for many guys, but Giannis would be one, and I'd be willing to give up just about everything for him besides Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. I just have to keep those two intact, and if I can do that, then yes, green light, bring in Giannis no matter what. And to wrap things up today, it kind of ties along in with Giannis as he was a part of, I hate to do it like this. I hate to call out other sports media figures, but there was a ranking on the Athletics, on the Athletic the other day by writer Zach Harper. He was ranking the top 10 forwards in the NBA. And I'm going to show you guys real quick and then let you digest it. Okay. Take a second. And let me know if anything looks off to you. And you can't see the list very well. It's ranking them fourth and four like in the NBA. Like I said, Giannis had one. Okay. Tatum had two. Okay. And Hero at three. William Moore at 4, Draymond Green at 5, Julius Randle at 6, Pascal Siakam at 7, Lauri Markkanen at 8, Aaron Gordon at 9, and yet to play an NBA game, Cooper Flag at number 10. I was hoping like maybe this list was what these conference guys or guys over. I was trying to think to justify how Evan Mobley is not on this list. But Pascal Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, Aaron Gordon, Cooper Flag, Draymond Green, Zion Williamson, they're all on the list. If you honestly sit here and say that you'd rather have Gordon than Aaron Gordon than Evan Mobley, I need all the subscribers I can get. You can leave the channel. If you sit here and say you are taking Lauri Markkanen and Evan Mobley over Evan Mobley, I don't even want you to the channel, leave the channel, or watch vlogs. If anyone can justify why Evan Mobley isn't on this list, I will be high, and I will apologize to the world about Zach Harper, but I don't know, maybe he just forgot, maybe he wasn't a rush and wasn't thinking all the NBA players, but this list is crazy to me, and I feel like there's numerous guys on the list on this list. I believe Zion Williamson at number 4. Zion Williamson is the fourth in the NBA. Serious problems in the NBA right now. And this, I guess this is mostly power forwards, but Giannis are mostly small forwards. So I understand that. Zion, who knows what he is. He's a burger forward. I didn't say that. I didn't if you never see this, man. We talked about yesterday. I wouldn't even trade for Jordan. Definitely not trading out Mobley for Martin. Aaron Gordon. I don't know what Zach Harper was thinking. This is very disrespectful. I hope he can maybe mull it and maybe redo it. It just makes no sense. And it's pretty mind-boggling. It's on a valid Alex source and a respected outlet and putting out like the information like this. It's just crazy to me that the Cavs team is I don't know. I guess we just need this year. Why people are really realistic on their Cavs, some of their players. And just wanted to leave you guys with that. Wonder if you're as mad as I am, or if I'm just tripping over you. But these might be the worst routines I've ever seen in my life, and that's not hyperbole. Pretty flustered and also watched the Browns game. But you gotta give me a little slack. I'm being a little today in the video. With that, we're gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Happy birthday, Donovan. We are only 45 days from tip-off, and we will be counting down here on Cavs Daily for joining. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you all